So students, in the earlier classes we had studied about the VSEPR theory and how the presence of the bond pairs around the central atom affects the shape of the molecule according to the VSEPR theory. We had already studied about it. Okay, we had also discussed that the presence of the bond pairs and the lone pairs around the central atom affects the shape of the molecule, as there is maximum repulsion in case of lone pair and minimum repulsion in case of bond pairs. Okay, and in the earlier table of this shape of the molecule, we had studied about the shapes of the molecule when there will be presence of only bond pairs. Okay, so now we are going to discuss in this video that how the presence of lone pair affects the shape of the molecules. Okay, in this video we are going to study that how the molecular shapes are affected when there is a presence of lone pair also along with the bond pairs. Okay, so now consider this table. In this table, first column is your molecular type, means what type of the molecule is. Okay, next is number of bond pairs, means how many bond pairs are there in that molecule. Number of lone pair, means lone pairs, what numbers of lone pairs are present in it. Total number of electron pairs, means combination of these two, means after adding it how many electron pairs we get. Then arrangement of the electron pairs, means the shape of the molecule, and what is the name of the shape of that molecule, and also the example. Okay, so this is the basic body of this table. In the first column you can see here it is written AB2L. Here L is representing the lone pair. L stands for lone pair, and B here stands for bond pairs, and A represents the central molecule. Okay, so it is saying AB2L means if the central atom, means the central atom is this A, B2 means 2 bond pair, and one single L means 1 lone pair. Okay, so if a central atom contains 2 bond pairs and 1 lone pair, then in that case what will be the shape? It will be bent shape, or you can say V shape. Okay, so this will be the shape of that molecule. Okay, and here the example you can take it as sulfur dioxide and ozone molecule is then very good example of this type of molecule. Next is your AB3, means if the central atom has 3 bond pairs and 1 lone pair. Okay, then in that case it is having 3 bond pairs and 1 lone pair, means total number of electron pairs are 4. Okay, so if the electron pairs are 4, then in that case we had studied in the earlier video that the shape is tetrahedral shape, but due to the presence of this lone pair it becomes pyramidal in nature. Okay, and the molecule which is a very good example of it is ammonia, that is NH3 molecule. Next we have AB2L2 type. Okay, means AB2L2 type means a central atom is having 2 bond pairs and 2 lone pairs. Okay, and total number of 4 electron pairs around it. Okay, so in that case there are 2 situations in this case. One when there was only one lone pair, and one if there is 2 lone pairs along with the 2 bond pairs. Okay, so then the shape will be V shape, and its example is H2O molecule. Next, moving forward with this table, if the molecule will have or you can say the central atom will have 4 bond pairs and 1 lone pair, it means that it will have 4 bond pairs and 1 lone pair, and after combining it we will have 5 electron pairs. So in case of 5 electron pairs we get trigonal pyramidal geometry, but because of the presence of this lone pair we will have seesaw shaped. Okay, so the shape of the molecule is just like a seesaw which you see in your playground. So it is somewhere around like a seesaw. A very good example of this is sulfur tetrafluoride, or you can say it as SF4. Next, AB3L2 type means central atom is having 2 bond pairs three bond pairs and two lone pairs. Okay, so three bond pairs and two lone pairs, 3 plus 2, 5. Okay, so we are having 5 electron pairs. So in that case we will have trigonal bipyramidal geometry, but due to the presence of this lone pair, there will be the shape will be affected by this presence of these two lone pairs. So that is why it will have T-shaped molecule. A very good example for this is ClF3. Okay, now we have, if the shape of the molecule is Ab2L3 type. Okay, Ab2L3 types means this is also the category of this molecule, means the total number of electron pairs are 5 in this case also. Just the difference is, in this case we are having 3 bond pairs, here we are having only 2 bond pairs, here we are having 2 lone pairs, and here we are having only 3 lone pairs. Okay, so in this case the shape should have been trigonal pyramidal due to the presence of 5 pairs, but due to the presence of these 3 lone pairs, we have a linear geometry, and the shape will very good example for it is xenon fluoride, that is ZgF2. Okay, next we have AB3 AB5L. Okay, so this is AB5L, means it will have 5 bond pair and 1 lone pair. So in that case the total number of the electron pairs will be 6, and the geometry will be octahedral, which we call it as square pyramidal geometry. Okay, and the very good example for this is BRF5. Okay, next we have this type of molecule in which this is also a category of this one, means it is also having 6 number of electron pairs, but in this case there are 4 bond pairs and 2 lone pairs. So total number of there are 6, so it should have been octahedral geometry, but it is not octahedral due to the presence of these lone pairs. So it will have a square planar geometry, and its example is XeF4. Okay, so this is how the presence of a lone pair affects the shape of the molecule due to the maximum repulsion between them. Okay, so this is how we define a shape of a molecule, or you can say we make out that what should have been the shape of the molecule. This is how we, on the basis of VSEPR theory, we can know about the shape of the molecules.